Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Emoji Reviews. Today we're looking at one of the earliest emojis ever made. It was actually the first emoji that we see on the original Unicode definition of the emoji character set. So thought that's a good reason to take a look at it. Plus, who doesn't like watches? So let's take a look at watches, starting with Apple, as we always do. Alright, not surprisingly, it is an Apple Watch. The Apple Watch emoji is also an Apple Watch emoji by Apple, and it looks pretty good. It's the iconic look, that big dial on the side and that button. You can't really tell which generation it is, which is good. It gives it that more timeless feel, but it's definitely still an advertisement of an Apple product for everybody who uses an Apple phone. So. And, most everybody uses an iPhone, so that's quite a lot of people. All right, next we have Google. And Google's is much more of a traditional watch look. Like a gray leather band, a nice legible, white face with some brown hour indicators that match the leather band. Nice simple color scheme there, but pretty effective. That's a cool classic kind of watch that would never really go out of style. All right, next we have Samsung. And Samsung seems to also be advertising one of its watches. Samsung has plenty of these Galaxy Gear watches out, but I have no idea which one in particular this is. They all kind of look a little bit the same, but they're all different from each other, unlike the Apple one, where Apple just has the one design to choose from. So yeah, that's Samsung's watch. Another smartwatch there on a brown stitched leather band, which looks pretty good. All right, moving on. Let's take a look at Microsoft, see what they got. And this is like a cartoon characters watch, like a kid's, like Nick Jr. show or something. Like I could see like Steve from Blue's Clues wearing this watch, or like the clown girl from The Big Comfy Couch or something. So it's definitely a watch. You can tell it's a watch, but kind of an extravagant color scheme, and the bezel's like huge. So not my first choice if I had to wear one of these. All right, next we have Twitter. Twitter also has the ridiculous proportions of the Microsoft emoji. That bezel is like way thicker than it has any business being. But, it kind of look more proportioned, I think, if you're looking at a really tiny version of this emoji, which, let's be real, most of the time, they're very, very small. I don't like what they did with the band, where they're like really rounding the corners of it. It kind of turns into a weird shape there for the band to be in, but oh well. So not bad, but not great either. All right, and then last we have Facebook. And Facebook's looks really cool. You never know with these kind of watches, if it's like a $5 Timex or something from a grocery store or like a gas station or something, or if it's like some German minimalist timepiece that costs, $3,500. They both look exactly the same for the most part. So we don't know which one this is, but it looks pretty good. Really good details on there. Nice shading to kind of give it some depth. You can see how the bevel is like, not the bevel, the face is inset from the bezel with a little bit of shading around there, and that looks really sweet. You also see, this is kind of interesting, Apple, Google, and Facebook all going for the 10-10 time. That's a very common time used in watch advertising. Apple actually includes the second hand, so it's the very classic 10-10 and 30 seconds, which kind of splits the bezel into three. And it's, very nice balanced position for the hands to be in. Samsung, Microsoft, and Twitter all just kind of went in a random direction with which time they chose the hands to be in, but But yeah, apparently that doesn't seem to be standardized, what time the watch should be showing. All right, so I think today's superstar was Facebook. They did a really good job on this one. It's probably the watch that I would wear if I were to pick one of these. Maybe debating with the smart watches or something, because those features are usually pretty cool. But yeah, definitely looks like a great watch. Very easy to read and all that good stuff. Next, for the same reasons, was Google. Very similar look and feel to Facebook's. Very legible, easy to read, easily recognizable. I like it a lot. Next, we have Apple with their blatant advertising to their users within their own system. But it's good. I mean, you know, the Apple Watch is instantly recognizable whenever you see one. So why not make it the Apple Watch emoji? So nice job there, Apple. With 3 stars, we have Samsung. Also with a nice looking smartwatch there. It's kind of like a really boring face, which is why I don't think it did better than the others. Just having white hands on a completely black dial, almost too minimalist, but still easy enough to tell that it's a watch and get all the detail out of it that you need. And then, of course, in last 2, we have the cartoon watches, which don't look comfortable or cool. In second to last place, we have Twitter, with the, you know, ridiculous proportioned watch, but at least it isn't in cartoon colors. And then in last place, of course, Microsoft with this crazy purple thing. I don't know why they went so nuts on the color scheme, but it cost them on this one. All right, well, that's it for the watch emoji review. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.